Happy Saturday. Today I wanted to do a video more about working online, being a digital nomad, working remotely, because I think the last video maybe was helpful for some people and kind of explains how I make money living in the Dominican Republic. So I wanted to do one about how to stay motivated, how to make a schedule, and how to kind of deal with freelance work and hours, because it can kind of be tough sometimes. If you can hit subscribe, that would be awesome. A couple of my tips about how to stay productive when you're working abroad, because a lot of the time it's hard, at least for me, and I've heard from other people who do so, for them as well, because you're not in an office, you don't have coworkers, you don't have a lot of the time a set schedule, so it can be tough to stay motivated and to keep your schedule like efficient and one that makes sense. There are a lot of remote jobs or online jobs where you do have a set schedule. You have to work like 9 to 5, whatever it is, on a certain time zone. None of my online clients have me on a set schedule, so it can be tough because you know that you have to work 10 hours a week with this client, 10 hours with that client, 4 with this one, and it can be really easy to go over and work more hours, especially in what I do, because I'm doing social media management and a lot of work with influencers. I have all of the accounts on my phone. I'm literally getting another phone or an iPad to just put on more Instagram accounts because I don't have any more space on my phone. Comment below if you have that problem and like what you do. If an iPad is as efficient as the phone, that would be helpful. I'm logged into 5 or 6 accounts on my phone right now, and it's so easy to just check the messages on the other one or start answering comments, answering DMs. I don't always clock in for that, obviously. If I'm just like sitting on my phone, I'm not clocking in and out for me just being on their page for a little bit. So it can get tough to manage the time. What I would do, set up your own schedule. It doesn't matter if they don't care what hours you work, then do whatever works best for you. I love that part because I can kind of structure my day the way that I want. And a lot of the times, if I end up having to do something in the morning, it's fine because I can do the work later on. But I do struggle with like staying on a consistent schedule, and I think that would help. So what I do when I'm like on top of it is kind of like just write out a schedule. I don't know why I have this pencil, but this is the best mechanical pencil ever. Yellow number 2. Lay out a calendar and make your own schedule. So if you want to work for, the first company that came to my mind was Toys R Us. That's so sad. Let's just go with that. If you have Toys R Us as one of your clients, lay out, okay, Monday I'm gonna work for them from 9 to 11. Tuesday, you can keep it 9 to 11, whatever. Fill those hours that you have every week. And just go through and set up your day like that. Don't go crazy. Like when you're done working, stop working. It's so easy to keep going or to check again later in the evening. Keep kind of like staying in constant contact with your client. A lot of them start thinking like that you're always available, and they'll message you and expect an answer within like 30 minutes or less. So I try really hard to like stay off Skype. At night, it doesn't always work. I mean, in the beginning with a client, you want to be accommodating, but don't set like a habit of it's midnight and you're answering work emails, because it's definitely important to like separate your work time and your free time. Another way to stay productive is to sometimes get out of the house. I think I've talked about this. I cannot work as efficiently in my apartment as I can somewhere else. I think it's like something mental too. Like you leave your apartment or your house and you know that, okay, you have to work because you're going to literally work. So I will go to a coffee shop, a smoothie place, a cafe, whatever, somewhere that has good Wi-Fi and is quiet enough. It honestly doesn't even matter that much to me because I have noise canceling headphones. But that helps me a lot. I just say like, okay, I'm gonna go there for 2-3 hours and I'm not gonna leave until I finish X, Y, and Z. If you are working at home and you're not going to leave, I would definitely have a space set aside that's just for work, whether it's at your kitchen table. If you can set up like an office room, that's even better. Your own like desk, just to like make yourself mentally in the work zone. And if you have an office space, you can write that off on your taxes. Every like hour, 2 hours, I try to like get up and walk around a little bit just so I don't go crazy. You begin each day as you have your schedule made out, so you already know when you wake up what you're gonna do that day. Write a to-do list. I just use a notepad on my computer, just what you're gonna do that day. So I know that I need to get the photo shoot done. I know that I need to write 2 blog posts. Whatever you have to do that day, that's a priority. I would write it down, because it's amazing how you start something for one client and you're aware that you have to do something for the other client by that day, and then the end of the day comes and you're like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot to do that earlier. So I would not work with the TV on. It gets super distracting, but I would work with music on. So find music that helps you focus, not makes you want to like start jamming, which, you know, if you're doing that on one of your breaks, it's totally fine. And make sure the people around you know that this is like a real job and they take it seriously as well. So if your friends or family know that you work, that you're home and you're working, don't let them just like stop by unannounced. If you have deadlines that you're trying to meet or it's a really busy day, it's gonna set you back. Of course, if it's one of your breaks and you're kind of putting that in so you can get some sanity back, then that's fine. But make sure you are creating clear boundaries for yourself and for the people around you, so that everyone's kind of respecting that you are working, even though you might be at home in your pajamas. No, but actually get dressed. I hope some of those were helpful to you. Let me know if there's anything else you want to hear about. I hope that you're productive working online. If there's any tips that have worked best for you, let me know, because there's probably some that I'm not doing that would really help me as well. If you would like to see a video with more specific like productivity tips, like applications that I use, communication tool, remote work in writing, remote work in social media, remote work in Instagram, how to grow an Instagram, how to work with influencers, how to be an influencer, whatever. If you want topics like that, I can break them down into separate videos. So please let me know. I'm not sure what all of you do, but I would love to know, if you're working remotely, kind of what field you're in. I think it's so interesting. There's so many online jobs now. Like, I feel like you can do almost anything remotely. So comment below and let me know. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe and I will see you guys soon.